Now, welcome back to Health, Hygiene and Wellness. You're still having me, Barasa Saenye, and Madam Faith Akasa, a counseling psychologist, and we are talking about mental health, mental illness, and mental disorders. Welcome back, Madam.
Thank you very much.
In this second half, I would like us to briefly talk about depression, and then some preventive measures we can do, the role of the church, and so on. So, about depression.
Yeah.
What can you say about it?
Okay, depression.
Yes.
I'll say that it's now that state of mental when things are not in another language they'll say that vitu sasa haziendi poa, like you are just losing it. And talk of depression, people have died actually. It's a killer
Of depression.
And these are person who will see they're just walking, they're just here, and they just develop a condition because they have been walking with stress.
Yes.
You know, when you walk along with stress, you are not even getting help, you are not getting anything just to do away with the stress. Now it becomes depression. Now it becomes depression. The next thing is that you will lose it because you realize that you are not even in touch with the world. And this is when someone will tell you that I feel like sina haja ya kuishi. These are that point where someone says that
They have already given up.
I've given up, I don't see the reason as to why I should live, I don't see even my worth, I don't see, like, to them, they see that they have become now useless.
Yes.
And depression, we talk about it, many people fear even coming out because si ati naingilia wanaume, but boy child, we say that they'll not come out to speak out their issues. And culture will always tell us that mwanaume, you should be strong.
Unalilia kwa tumbo.
Oh, ulilia kwa tumbo kwa sababu wewe ni mwanaume. You see, that's where we go wrong as a society, because these are person also who has feelings and who has a heart, and is just a person like any other person. Because when you keep that that thing to yourself, you keep it until that depression makes you even feel like now I should just die. So talk of depression is that point whereby you are giving up in life. You are telling other people that even letters, you will see notes written when someone is depressed. Ataandika kwaheri, niliwapenda, Mungu amenipenda zaidi. So I'm gone. You see?
Coming to suicide, before someone commits suicide out of depression, is it something that has grown up in him or her, or maybe it's just a decision they've come out suddenly?
Okay, we talk of now that point at where someone says that I want now to take my life. Sometimes you realize that this person has had series of stress, and this person has been thinking on a way maybe to do away with the stress and does not see any window that is open. So the only one that he sees is that now I'll now commit suicide. So sometimes it's a way that someone has been thinking about the same thing. Like, okay, let me talk about just an example. Talk about a youth mwenye amekuwa heartbroken. And when this person is heartbroken, feels like now the world is crashing. Ile unatamani like sasa Mungu fungua tu mahali niingie and then nizime, because now my heart is bleeding. You see? Now at that point, this person will start thinking like, kama msichana amenikata, what do I do? Now I just have to die. You see? But if this person finds someone to tell the person that there are many girlfriends here, and that was not yours, you know, this person may think like, nani ukweli. And if someone will come to remind this person that you are just starting your life, you're still very young, you know, that's an encouragement. But now you realize that at that point of suicidal, this person has rarely had a person to share that this is the issue that I'm going through. And sometimes it's out of fear. I fear, how will my guardian take it when I share? I fear, how will my pastor take it? You see? Now, that's why now they reach at that point that wacha tu ni aibu yote niende naye.
Now let's talk about prevention, or how we can deal with it. How can a youth who knows that they are depressed, they are having mental illness, what can they do to come back to normal life?
Okay, I'll answer it in 2 ways. Number one is now to the person,
Yes.
and now number two, the society. You know, when we talk about this person, you know, this person lives in a society, so we have a role to play to this person, so that we make that person better.
Yes.
Yeah, so to this person who is depressed, or this person who is having a mental disorder, number one is always talk to someone. Talk to someone that you trust. Not necessarily your pastor, not necessarily your mama or your daddy, but
Yes.
look for that person. And we usually encourage, as I'll always say, not a peer, because a peer will give you a weird way of coming out of the problem. So look for a person, a mentor, that will listen to you. May not give you a solution, but
Yes.
will listen to you. And again, to this person, to that individual who is having a disorder, another role is kujitambua, self-awareness. You know, most of these people have a problem with their own selves. If you ask such a person, who are you? If I can ask you, like, who are you for now? You may give me a lot of answers. You may define yourself by your name. You
Maybe
may
by my job.
by your job, by your family.
Yes.
And all those are definitions. But deep down, who are you? How do you look at yourself? When you stand in that mirror, how do you define yourself? That is now, this person should know exactly. Self-awareness. Do you know even your strength? Do you know even your weaknesses? Do you know what you like the most? Do you know nini huwa inakusinya sana kwa hii maisha? And if you realize such things, you will know that if Nicholas nikimuona na boeka, you realize that you will have a way that kama Nicholas upitie njia, then wacha nipitie ile njia ingine, avoid stress. You see?
Yes.
Yeah, so self-awareness is very important to this person who is going through that mental disorder. And someone may ask, sasa mimi nitajijua aje? You have self-talk, self-meeting. You become the chairperson, you become the secretary, you become the members.
Yes.
And you have a notebook to write down those agendas about yourself. You know, sometimes you will ask, how? Our body is not just our body. We have soul, we have mind, we have the physical that I see,
Yes.
but you have the inner self. So talk to yourself. Talk within yourself. What is this thing that is making you to fall? You know, there are some things that it is not you who caused them. They are out of your control, and you cannot even change them. For example, it is maybe that person who was born with being positive HIV. You know, you have nothing to do about that. It is not your fault.
Yes.
So you just have now to know yourself that this is what I am, and this is what I can do to change my life. You see? But things that you can have control over, things like maybe engaging into relationships or drugs or something of that sort.
Yes.
You can sit down and ask yourself, is it that my friends are influencing me to do these things? If they are friends, is it a must that I have 5 friends? Can I have even one who is a true friend to show me the right thing to do? So you cut down on some things, and that one will reshape your self-awareness, just to know yourself, your identity, and to define yourself in your own way.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is another measure that you can take, you as a person who has a disorder. And another one is just you can avoid some things. You can just avoid things that you think they are taking you nowhere. In our societies, we have things like disco matanga. You just know that if I go there, I'll get some drugs, I'll get some girlfriends, because my friends are just having a good time with girlfriends and boyfriends.
Yes.
Let me go have one. Ask yourself, is it worth it for me to go to that disco matanga? Am I going to add value when I go to that matanga, or am I destroying my own self? So just look at yourself and ask, is it something that I can avoid? Especially if that thing does not add any value to your life. Yeah. So that is now few things or few tips on the self. But now to the society. Society has another bigger role to play, and I can say, starting from guardians and parents.
Yes.
Know your child. Not just knowing this child as that good child who will you will send and go and run and say yes mama, yes daddy, but sit down with this child, at least find out few things about this person.
Yes.
Find out about her, find out about him. How is he even spending his free time?
Yes.
You have to know. You have to know, what does it mean for this boy to go to church? Is it that anaenda ameona kademu ama anaenda worship? Those are the things that you have to find from this child of yours.
Yes.
Usione tu mtoto uanze kumtetea mtoto wangu ni mzuri. Before that, sit with this child, know this child. Mujue, at times I feel good when parent anakuambia mtoto wangu ameniambia akona girlfriend. You know, it's very rare. There are some parents that you cannot even approach them, tell them that mimi niko na boyfriend, because they chase you because of lack of information. So parents, guardians, sit down with that child, let them know, give them information. Even the Bible, in Proverbs, we have a lot of Proverbs talking about that child needs you. That child needs you to give the information, because even we perish for that lack of information. Mwingine atafanya kwa sababu hajui. Ungemwambia hangefanya. Angelisikia kwako, angeenda kule nje to explore. We'll just know that this is not good for me. Yeah.
And what can parents do? Stay close to their children, understand them, hear them out. What else can they do?
Open communication. Open communication will do wonders to them. Yeah.
And what's the role of the church now in all this?
The church to youth. The church has a role also, and I can say the biggest role, because now the spiritual issue about this youth relies on the church. Now, church, I like when I hear that in holidays we have seminars, we have youth camps. I love them.
Yes.
But wait, when you sit down after that camp, can you analyze? You will realize that sometimes pregnancies crop out of the seminars. You will realize that some relationships that are toxic came out of the church. I don't mean that relating is not is a problem in church.
Yes.
But how is that relationship? Is it a relationship that is based on some foundation or the foundation of the church? Is it just a seminar that girlfriend na boyfriend walitafuta time wakaenda out, when a parent is just knowing that kwa kanisa mepeleka watoto? So the church has a role to have a clear objective on the seminars, to have a clear objective on what they really want, the outcome of the such seminars. And church is the basic mentorship, should offer mentorship program even to this youth. Not only do we suffer from spiritual issues, even this now, we are talking about mental issues.
Yes.
Now is something that is affecting many youth. And that is something that should be talked about even to this youth, so that when you are telling them that they should know God, they should know God with a clear mind. Because a stressed youth, you unamwambia now come and intercede for us. You know, it's not even making sense, because this person is not okay emotionally. This person is not okay psychologically. This person is worried about how he's going to get that girlfriend mwenye amemkata. So we have to look into the mentorship, so that when we do it to help someone at least to see the results at the end of the day. So the church should stand and should show this youth even a way.
Yes.
So they should be a model. They should show them the right way to go. They should sit even to listen to them, not just make a judgment that huyu mtoto anakaanga tu mlevi, wacha aenda alewe. No, these people can make a turnaround.
Yes.
Maybe they started this because of some reasons that we may not know. Yeah, so the church has a role to be a model even to the youth.
Is there anything that the government can do?
Yeah, also the government has a role to play in the mental issues that people are going through. That's why at times when we have even strikes in high schools, there's that underground information that we should be having, even the Department of Guidance and Counseling,
Yes.
that should have a professional counselor to help these children, because we have those departments. But in most high schools, are they even active? In most primary schools, are they active to help these children? Because you see, you realize that the government may try, and even at such a point, the government has really tried, because in every technical institution is a requirement to have a counselor at least, because they see the need. And that is so great even to our youth. Only that if it can reach out so that we do all these things all over, even in high school, every level, we help these children so that at least they be a better people. Because we have professionals, but they are hidden inside a cocoon of stress. Yeah.
Wow, that was a vivid explanation. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for keeping track of our discussion here. I'm having counseling psychologist, Madam Faith Akasa. She's talking about mental illness, mental health, mental disorders, how we can get rid of that monster in our society, and so on. Maybe, Madam Faith, what can be your last remarks before we end the discussion?
Wow, my last remark. To the youth, I'll say that if you are going through any challenge, don't just keep quiet. Don't think that the world is crashing. There is hope for you. Just seek for help. Look for someone that you trust. Reach out so that you can get help. And don't take things for your own selves. Just speak out. And to the society, let's take our children, our youth with seriousness, because we say that these are our tomorrow's generation. And with the mental health, let's try and see that we are safeguarding our future generation.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's it for health, hygiene, and wellness. I hope you keep following Imani Television for more episodes like this about our health, our hygiene, our wellness, including our mental wellness. Yeah, that's it. My name is Barasa Saenyi. Our guest for the show today has been Madam Faith Akasa, a counseling psychologist. Till next time, bye-bye.
Thank you.